A lot of people are trying to get in this industry. You have that Jacob McLaughlin guy that's open new to medical sales. He lives in here. What's your thoughts on that?
Writing a curriculum.
And look, I'm not like, I don't have to pander to anyone. Like, I do everything. Yeah. I have multiple companies. I rep stuff. I'm in the OR. But these guys and girls parading around on LinkedIn or other social channels to talk about being a successful medical device rep. Do you have a problem with that?
I mean, as long as the track record and there's a proven history that you can see, by all means.
So you have a problem with it because they don't.
By all means.
Yeah, the only one that has a proven track record that is now preaching is Jay Pendleton of MTV Voice. There's some things that I have to figure out with him, right? Because don't talk about medical sales unless you're living it, breathing it day in and day out like you.
Sure.
And like me. Sorry, guys, Jacob and Jay. I'm not coming after you. I'm not. I'm just saying practice what you preach.
Sure.
Sure, no, practice what you preach. That's all I'm saying. So if you want to teach the youth and the new crop that's coming in, do not talk about compensation and money and dangle that like a carrot and say that's what we do and that's what we're chasing. You are effing up our industry. A lot of people are trying to get in this industry. You have that Jacob McLaughlin guy that's open new to medical sales. He lives in here. What's your thoughts on that?
Jacob, I'm not.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So, I mean, his whole premise is he knows medical sales because he spent 4 years as a medical device rep. 4 years. And then he's writing the curriculum on how to be a medical device rep. That's interesting to me. Okay.
Writing a curriculum.
And look, I'm not like, I don't have to pander to anyone. Like, I do everything. Yeah. I have multiple companies. I rep stuff. I'm in the OR. Like, I love it. I love it. I love being in the operating room because what? I get to be fully shakes at your, it keeps me agile.
It makes you aerodynamic.
Dude, and I have a mindset of like, all right, get it together, make sure from skin to skin, everything is perfect. And you'll hear the Laugh the podcast with Dr. Ye, but these guys and girls parading around on LinkedIn or other social channels to talk about being a successful medical device rep. Do you have a problem with that?
I mean, as long as the track record and there's a proven history that you can see, by all means.
So you have a problem with it because they don't.
By all means.
Yeah, the only one that has a proven track record that is now preaching is Jay Pendleton of MTV Voice.
Right.
And I love Jay. Jay, regardless of what we're going through right now, we will fix it. But own media as a competitor to MTV Voice. That's, we're going to lost some stars on that.
You know what? Crazy thing, I had never met Jay, but I love his content. As I see,
Jay, you blocked me. It hurts my feelings. I get it. I'm brutally honest because, again, I don't need to pander to anyone. So, but Jay's coming out, right? He hasn't been a rep since 2023, but he came up with an idea to create MTV Voice. And I think he'd be phenomenal. I think he's like an Anthony Bourdain of our world, but there's some things that I have to figure out with him, right? Because don't talk about medical sales unless you're living it, breathing it day in and day out like you.
Sure.
And like me.
And
am I wrong?
No. And I still incur all the roles of an associate sales rep, all the way to our dinner this evening. So
we got a hot dinner.
Is that what you did?
Not for
you know what? And here's the thing. I keep a blazer in the car.
Oh my God, you or me.
I keep a pair of scrubs in the car. I keep a golf outfit in the car and the most crucial component to this is actually your little toiletry bag.
Oh, 100%. Always in my car.
Toiletry bag, and you know what every single level 1 trauma center has?
A shower?
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. I taken so many dirty showers, like these dirty, like, look, if I can just get a little bit of OR sweat off me, yeah, so be it. And lead sweat. Oh, but look, sorry, guys, Jacob and Jay. I'm not coming after you. I'm not. I'm just saying practice what you preach.
Sure.
Sure, no, practice what you preach. That's all I'm saying. So if you want to teach the youth of and the new crop that's coming in,
Mhm.
do not, do not talk about compensation and money and dangle that like a carrot and say that's what we do and that's what we're chasing. You are effing up our industry. Hands down.
I completely agree with that.
You look at his content. He talks about making money in medical sales. You can make six figures. Get the heck out of here, 4-year guy. Get the heck out of here, 4-year guy. I had a problem with medical sales college, and I'm still iffy on some of the candidates that come out of there, but it's a money grab.
Yeah.
It's a money grab for these people, and they don't get what we do day in and day out. Talk about how you go in with a mindset of supporting a surgeon that you're tripping out because you have one of your team members in a complex case. I'm lucky. No, actually, it would move that C1, C2, move to Friday.
Friday. Yep. Oh, honestly, we were really able to do this today. I was like, and yesterday I would have picked you up from the airport myself, but I was
No,
like,
thank you for setting a tenant.
then an angel, right?
Angel from God.
And it's crazy how kind of things happen today. I had the case that was supposed to be in this morning move to Friday, which is fantastic because I'm wide open.
Yeah.
And then
But you're ready to adjust. You're ready to
exactly,
some people that sit as armchair quarterbacks, like these individuals, they are armchair quarterbacks.
100%. You hit me at 5:30 in the morning. You're like, well, lady, that further ass idea, video. I was like, okay, I will figure that out. You figured it. Oh, just shout out Jensen. Oh dear, Nick. I literally met him yesterday as I was working.
What about like this is studio? I mean, where are we? Give your voice.
So this is essentially Empire Scottsdale. It's a fabulous co-working space. It incorporates a lot of young, high-level entrepreneurs, and the energy.
The owner is a high level entrepreneur himself. I love the story. I just met him down below and like, exit on a good technology that's still up and going. And then he came back down because he wanted to head out of San Francisco. I don't hate him for that. Like yeah, this is like this is truly vacation from craziness in liberalism is a mental disease state. So yeah, I said it, Silicon Valley, sue me. But yeah, I got a little escape from that.
Well, good. I'm glad you're here. And
No, it feels good. It feels good. I'll be joining here. We're gonna do so much work here in Arizona, and I'm excited because we're expanding out into Colorado. We're in Nevada. Like, Ohm is I'm living my dream, dude.
dude,
I'm living my dream, dude. That's all. I get to wear like what the hell am I wearing?
it's awesome.
Look, it matches my shoes. Well, I know you would have mad respect for it, dude.
You know what? I have the belt to the shoes, and
What else you do? So if I got you a little mini one, and then we look like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, which
but we're not that. There's not that big of a. Stop. Like if we were to stand up, we were kind of actually to say Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's a significant. Kidding. I was kidding. Just if you got me a suit, I would definitely wear it. What if I would got you wearing that I so it shows
Rio Nyquil.
especially if we do shoots, my background and my family's background until you're saying, hey, we still have our business right here on Scottsdale Road. So Taku's big tall trailers where
But we got so much to do. I'm gonna be airline. You gotta find me a new house there for Jessica and I because we're gonna expand.
right.
And gosh, what else a terrible place to actually expand to. That's
I
a
mean,
joke. That's a joke. I love it.
it's even the summertime while it is hot, there's no place I'd rather be.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I love running here in a buck 20 and I don't mind. I love sweating. I'm a behemoth. So we sweat. Okay, so I will finish off on the people that are armchair quarterbacks, and I name names, and people are going to hate me for this, but maybe they'll start listening to me because I'm not happy with my viewership because I think we're saying some good stuff. Please, people that want to get into medical device sales, if you are chasing money, I will find you and I will eliminate you from the position. I think that is my purpose because you don't understand the way Chase and I work and a lot of the good people out there. And I'm going to say this and then you give your opinion on it. And it's like, when you go in, and ours is different. Ours is the upper echelon, right? Spine is the upper echelon of sales, right?
I think it's all great.
Okay, okay. So there's a pay. Oh, it's just because you're diversified.
It's all great.
You're diversified. I would say, okay, good point. Anytime where there's a patient intubated,
100%.
then
Regardless of if it's a foot, a shoulder,
yeah, intubated, they are going under anesthesia. They are taking their lives. So it's a jeopardy. It's a jeopardy. Exactly. You can have a bad reaction to anesthesia and die. It's happened. So by going and saying you want surgery, the representative is obligated to be perfect.
100%.
A game.
100%.
And we do multiple surgeries in a day. I mean, you could do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you're doing that week after week. So you have to be perfect every single day. Now, the mindset you have to go into is a pretty interesting mindset. And I talked about it on my last podcast. It's like, first, you have to pre-plan, right? If you are not pre-planning your surgeries,
They've already done a disservice to everybody in the room.
pre-plan, right? So you have your entire day, you have images that you've seen maybe prior. Sometimes you have to see the images intraoperatively and you're doing various measurements and all sorts of other things. So, but go in and try to see images, right? Understand the pathology you're working on. If you have any questions, make them intelligent, make them yes or no, and tell your surgeon because they are doing the same mental prep uh, as you are.
Sure.
And a higher level,
Right.
on a higher level, right?
And I would say, just to what you said, I would say, even if the question sounds, ask the question. I would say, ask the question. It's better to sound stupid and at least
There's no
understand what's
dumb
going
question,
on.
but how about this? You can just first of all, we're talking about questions, right? And so if you want someone to elaborate, why not walk them through the answer, right? So it's just so simple. Again, you don't want to be a distraction. You're the one that doesn't have the answer. So walk him through or her through the answer. Do as much pre-planning as you can. And honestly, I can go into any surgery, any case, have a few questions. Granted, like if I don't know their surgical technique, I can ask a few couple questions on ACDF, MIS lift, or anything, even a lateral perch screws, and that's enough to do a fairly good job.
Yep.
Now I might screw up on something like they name an instrument freaking Harry Winston. More importantly, just freaking give a shit, pre-plan, go ask the right questions. Now you're ready for surgery. Know your surgical tech team really well. Know your circulator.
Should buy them coffee.
Yeah, oh, well, look, I don't think you need to do that anxious right away. You're human. Be human. Be human. Be human. Offer up like, hey, you know this surgeon better than me.
Right.
What can I do to be perfect and stay out of your way? Yep. Simple question. Circulators hate us. Get out of my way. In new rooms,
Because it's
surgical tech. I always do this. Hey, it's your world. I'm just living in it. Please don't make me look like an idiot. Please don't let me get yelled at.
right.
That's my entire existence. That was my existence growing up as a kid.
Whatever. But nonetheless, I want to tie back to just what you said, and I take your taking away. I'm talking to come into medical, yes, sales, and your ideology behind coming in this field is making money. You're not going to last more than a year or two because if that's your
Thank you.
goal,
Thank you.
it's just not for you.
It's not for you. Get to see the door.
Right. And what I kind of, whenever I'm going in and I'm bringing the implants for surgery, I just think of it as if my mom were on the,
Yeah.
and
What about how you took care of my mom last year? It's been a year,
right.
so my surgery. You know how much that meant to me? So my mom had surgery here at the Mayo Clinic by Dr. Maziar Kalani, and she was at the Honor Health Rehab Facility. And she was there, and Chase was obviously working, and you were suited and booted, and you just said, "Hey, does your mom want Indian food?" She was dying
Right.
to have some flavor And then you brought Indian food to my mother.
Oh, my mom, like, yo, mom.
Thoughtful thing, and I was like, "Look, I hit the jackpot when I met you, dude, because that right there was my dad was so mad at me that I put him in 120 degree or, like, I couldn't even imagine, but the surgery was perfect, right? So, we went and did everything right, and, there's a great video on my LinkedIn and Instagram about, did you see that video of what Christian did? He basically it's my mom's journey through her spine surgery, and
I have seen it, yeah.
and then we were dancing at the wedding. Yeah,
You were like I ate a walker and yeah, it progressed. It was awesome.
it was awesome. Christian Zarang, shout out, baby. You did a hell of a job on that and made my mom cry. She got a standing O.
Yeah.
She got a standing O at the wedding because she decided to do spine surgery a year ago. No, year and a half ago when she decided, when she's just like, I want to be able to dance at your way. Right. And she wanted to dance to Frank Sinatra My Way. And she did it. She did it. And that's
Anyway, beautiful wedding.
it was a beautiful wedding. But dude, my point is that's why we do what we do.
100%.
And you mentioned it. Like people just talk about it. They talk. Their actions don't speak as loud as their words.
100%. And again, just tying right back to when you look at as if your mom were on the table.
Yeah. See,
Is completely
see,
money
yeah.
is completely
Yeah. What are you gonna try to do? Open something up and get a little extra cost? Get the F out of our ORs.
100%.
Get the F out of our ORs. If I find someone doing that, and look, I remember when I compete at a high level. I completely agree. Like, that's so what he's saying. Look, dude, people always said like Showman is like an aggressive person. And I'm like, no, I'm a thoughtful, passionate person about helping with this outcome. Anything I can do to help this surgeon and the surgical team to reach their goal is what I'll do. And I'll do anything, anything to make that happen.
100%.
Yeah.
And then success comes, yeah, with that type of mindset.
Dude, yeah, you think about the money, get your
You're down.
that's the widowmaker. Yep. That's a widowmaker. Think about the money, y'all, so you can get the heck out of here. But I need these people like Jacob McLaughlin. And sorry, Jay, you were a great rep but 2023, you quit and you should get back in the OR and know what it's like to be a medical device rep, especially a spine rep. You were a badass spine rep. I know your story, dude. From Rummer as an associate to taking on a territory with NuVasive and ramping that thing up when NuVasive was just growing, when they had a lateral platform. And dude, you are the real deal. But the fact of the matter is, are you an imposter?
Oh, jeez. I mean, he has the experience, the fear.
But dude, selling in 2023 is different than selling now.
Yes.
It has changed that dramatically.
No, definitely.
Come on, barrier to entry.
100%.
Hospitals are being a lot more difficult to who's coming in.
Sure.
And I'm not trying to bag on the dude. I want him to succeed. I hope you guys see that. I want him to succeed, but I need controversy. I need talking points. I need to start a beef.
I don't want none of this.
Too late. Too late. You're in the beef. You're in the beef. Beef. You know that Notorious B.I.G. song? I'm a vegetarian. Oh, you're a veg now. Let's see you on dairy. Fucking chopping down steaks, dude. You're gonna be double fisting meat. You're gonna have the meat chest. God.
Good stuff.
Okay, I mean, geez, we're getting carried away. But look, I think there's a lot. It sets it up for you and I doing this on a regular. Did you have fun?
I had an absolute blast.
Did you? You're really good at it for the first time.
Thank you.
I think I bring it out of you.
I think you do too.
I mean, do I make you feel comfortable?
100%.
Am I getting?
I didn't even need to do all the extra stuff you're.
We just did this as one take. Why not the fact that we just did this in one take? I think we need a discount on this for doing it in one case. So, I just kidding. We'll pay him a GA. But hopefully, I want to be consistent. What is it again? The company? Huh? Yeah. Media. Okay. You heard it here first. We're in Empire.
Scottsdale, yep.
Chase Viswani?
Yes, sir.
Okay, baby. You're my little brother.
I love it.
You're my protege. You gonna make me proud?
100%. I'm looking forward to the journey ahead.
Journey ahead, baby. There's more journeys to come. This is Showman James and Death of a Spine Salesman on the run from Scottsdale, Arizona. We're coming at you. More to come.